You know, it bothers me a little bit that in the business world we rationalize diversity, equity, and inclusion by asking ourselves the question, why is it better for our businesses? Why does it help us grow? Why does it help our margins? We're asking ourselves financial return on investment questions. And I think that those are fundamentally the wrong questions to be asking. Diversity, equity, and inclusion is so fundamental, or are so fundamental, that we owe it to society to do them, to be sensitive to them. It's the right thing to do, it's the ethical thing to do, and that's why at Atlas it's such an important principle to us.
Hi, I'm Heather Cameron-Bevan. I am Director of Client Delight, working with higher education and enterprise clients.
My name is Arkin Hill, and I work on the sales team here at Atlas.
Hello, I'm Shanshan. I'm on our client engineering team.
For every single person here at Atlas, we embody what our culture is, what our horsepower, what our humble, what's basically our 4 H's, right? We do that, but we're also blunt but kind, meaning I feel safe to talk to you about something that's bothering me, so we don't harbor any secrets, there's no judging, there's no labels. It's a pretty amazing place.
Yeah.
We work hard, but we also spend time to know each other. We have tea times every Tuesday and Thursday. We don't talk about work, we just chat casually and we laugh. This increase the trust from each other, and it builds intimacy between each other.
This process was very different in that I felt like it was not as much resume based. I mean, I did submit a resume, but I think Atlas takes a look at the person, and when they see a good fit that doesn't really match on the resume, they still pursue that. And I think that was one thing that was different. As I was in a new industry, looking at kind of a career change, I never got past the resume phase in several other companies that I interviewed with. And yet here, there was an interest on Sam's part to sit down and to talk with me and to get to know me, and then to see a fit that was maybe beyond what was on paper.
Best part about Atlas is they see, what can you offer? Are you really smart? Can you execute? Can you do all these things that are really important? And don't look at age, don't look at race, don't look at gender. Look at what a person can deliver. And that is something I think all tech companies could learn. They could also learn a little bit about how to work together as a team, and how to foster a positive working environment that empowers everyone to elevate together.
I got my citizenship just a couple months ago in June, and it was a long process, but I really feel the support from our Atlas fam. I still remember the day that I came from the oath ceremony. The moment that I opened the door, everyone was standing by the door and cheering for me. And the office was decorated by all kinds of American themed stuff like balloons, American flags, and strings, and so on. And there was a big American flag cake and drinks set up on the table. So it was just a surprise for me, and I truly felt the love and the support from the Atlas family.
I'm not a typical tech company hire. I'm not 25 to 35. I don't have the same background, and so I just really appreciated having a chance to excel when I may not have been that typical hire when they first looked at me. I've known a lot of companies that talk the talk. I mean, I think no one talks about wanting to have bad culture. Nobody talks about wanting to have excessive sort of politics or games that you play. Atlas is very upfront from the beginning about this being a unique culture, and I think what I found is that it is true. This company talks the talk but walks the walk. People here are sincere and genuine, and I've never felt more sort of respect and acceptance across a wider group of people, to a person here. I know that sounds like I'm reading off a cue card here, but that really is what I found, and it's very refreshing and unique in my experience.
You know, there are three things that have really shaped me and shaped my passion for diversity, equity, and inclusion. The first is I'm an immigrant. I came to this country in 1986, 34 years ago. I faced all of the challenges that immigrants face, and it was not easy. It was not easy, and I'm so empathetic to those who are trying to make it happen today, to those who are trying to come here and impact our society and impact our economy. The second is I'm the son of a mother who was an electrical engineer in Egypt in the 70s. That's rare today, let alone back then. And my mother has shaped my perspective on and respect for women as equals fundamentally. It's not something I even have to intellectually consider. So the fact that we don't all consider women equals in every way, fundamentally, professionally, and otherwise, is a bit foreign to me. Third and finally, I've always felt a little bit different than everyone else. Yes, I'm brown-skinned. Yes, my religious background has never really matched where I've lived. My nationality, I've been a foreigner my whole life, no matter where I've lived. So I'm really empathetic and really appreciate the notion of feeling different and feeling left out and feeling precluded. I'm really sensitive to having a name that people may not be able to pronounce, and because of that, you may be at a slight disadvantage for being selected from a resume pool than someone who has a name that is Western or seems traditional. So those three things have really impacted me very personally and are what motivate and drive me today.
With over 25 years of professional experience, I have contributed and learned more than I have at any other previous company I've worked for with Atlas. So our motto is #BestToday, Better Tomorrow, and I have lived that.